Hello pourers, Linda King here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make old-fashioned peonies, or if you want to call them vintage peonies. Before I get started, I just want to acknowledge that there are many pourers out there who inspire me, and I can't name you all, but off the top of my head, Julie Cuts is one, Gilly Rice Cube, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing any names here. And today's pour is inspired by Fiona Art. And if any of you have seen her pours, she does reverse dips and dips that make really beautiful flowers. And so that's what I'm kind of doing today with these peonies. Kind of her same technique. So the things that I have for this are my colors of paint for my background. And for my background today, I use all Amsterdam paints. And this is a sky blue light. Hope you can see that. And I can never pronounce this, quinacridone rose, I believe. I'm probably massacring that too. And finally, my favorite brown, dark brown, Van Dyke brown. The other thing that I have is I've pre-cut squares of the plastic that the canvas was wrapped in. I use that, and that's how I make the flowers. So I've already got my white background on. I've got an extra cup here. I'm going to go ahead and layer these colors in the cup, and then just kind of do a straight pour onto the canvas for my background. So, I'm going to go ahead and put some white in the bottom. Oops, I should do this under the camera, huh? So I'm doing white. And then the rose, and I'm just layering them. I'm trying not to mix them too much. So some rose. And then my brown. And I like a lot of brown in the background because the peonies I use white to make the flowers, and so the more darkness in the background, the better they stand out. So I'm going back to the pink. Little white. Some blue, and some brown, and I'm going to top it off with a little bit of white. So you can see that they're layered, and then I turn it sideways. I don't pour out the layers that way, I pour them out with the layers this way. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of just doing this alone makes kind of a cool pour, but I see I have a dog hair in there already. I have a black Cocker Spaniel, and they don't shed much, but every so often a dog hair will get in there. Okay, so I've got that poured. I'm going to let it spread for a minute, and then just kind of tilt around. And if I don't feel like I have enough of one color, I'll just add paint to the canvas because I'm not really concerned about the pattern on the background. So I'm just going to tilt. Although sometimes my background is really cool and I just don't want to wreck it, so not a very patient tilter. I tend to tilt very fast, which for other techniques is not really a good idea. And this, by the way, is a 16 by 20 inch canvas. And even though I put a lot of brown in here, it did not really, well, I guess there's brown in there. Kind of cool all by itself, but I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay. I'm going to get the towel here and wipe my gloves off. So again, this is just to give kind of a variation in the background of the flowers. And on these ends where, hope you can see that, yeah, there's white left, I just go ahead and add a little bit of paint. Maybe if it gets out there. Okay. So you can do anything you want for the background. You can swipe, you can, and in fact I'm just going to take my popsicle stick and kind of do a little bit of swiping with the edges here. Okay, so now to do the flowers. And I'm wondering about, well, yeah, I'll go ahead. Okay, so to do the flowers, there's a lot of brown in the background here, so I'm going to go ahead and just pour the white. And what I do is I just spiral it for as big as I want the flower. And then I grab a piece of plastic that should fit over that whole thing. And I lay it on there and just tap to make sure that the paint kind of adheres and squishes. Now here's the tricky part. To make the actual shape of this, it's really important to get this to come up correctly. So you want to pull these together. And I watched Fiona do this many times to figure out how this was, and like so, and then try to bring it straight up. To give you your flower. My garbage over here. Okay, so that's, I like that. It's not as round as I like, but that's okay. You know how these are, everyone's different. You can try for the same effect and never get it exactly. So now I'm going to do that same thing again over here. Just spiraling my white. And grabbing my plastic. I think I'm just going to put a little dollop of brown in there. See what happens. Set my plastic down. Tap, 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 tap. Picking up those edges is a challenge. So interesting. Now this is really light over in here, and I want a little bit more of the brown, so I'm going to go ahead and spiral the brown here a little bit. Maybe a little bit more pink. Interesting, I'm getting these squares today where the plastic is. That's different. I'm going to spiral my white. And grab my plastic. Try holding these edges up a little bit so that I don't get that square effect. Put that together, and there we go. Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go down here. Okay, I'll do one more, and that should give you the basic idea of how this goes. And hopefully you'll have some fun trying this on your own. Just a little more pink here. Make a couple of smaller ones here. Let's see, there's a smaller piece of plastic here. There we go, that one should work. Eek. Get a hold of that one. That one didn't quite come out the way I was hoping. But the beauty is I can do it over if I don't like it. So, just gonna add a little more pink. And then do another white spiral. Part of the problem for me is if my plastic piece is too small or oddly shaped, I have problems with it. So if I can keep the plastic piece big enough that I can sort of hang on to two of the edges. There we go, that's better. That's better. I'm going to continue fooling with this and then I'll show you a picture of the finished product, but that gives you the basic idea on how I did that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are interested in more videos. I'm just getting started, so I appreciate anyone who does, and have a good day and have fun pouring. Bye-bye.